There aren't any new features in it. It's just snappy the performance up, increase the performance, and bug fixes, security updates. There is one new feature. If you say, "Hey Siri, play some news," it'll play you a podcast of news from either NPR, Fox News, or CNN. You can determine which. And that's for the HomePod primarily, but it works on your phone or iPad. I tried it the other day. And what happens, you say, "Siri, play some news," and by default it plays NPR. You then say, "Siri, switch to Fox News," and it'll switch the podcast to Fox News. "Siri, switch it to CNN," switch it to CNN. You don't want to listen to the NPR podcast. It's just like a 10-minute newscast is all it is. It's not a show. It's not just headlines and updates. I listened to it. There isn't any more bias than usual in it. And we are back. El Rushbo, the EIB network, half my brain tied behind my back just to make it fair. With the new 11.2.5 update for iPhone and iPad, there's nothing new user feature-wise. That'll happen in 11.3, which will come out in March. But there is something new that is you can have it. You have your phone play, or the new HomePod, or your iPad, or your CarPlay if you have it. You can have it play a short podcast of news from NPR, Fox, or CNN. It defaults to NPR. But it only works if you use the Hey Siri function. If you actually touch the phone to activate Siri, it'll give you a text news update. But here's how it goes. So I have the phone here. I'm unlock it. "Hey Siri, play some news."
Here's the latest news from Fox News. Have worked out a revised agreement a year after President Trump pulled out, calling it a bad deal for the U.S.
Change to CNN.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Allison Camerata.
Change to NPR.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Lakshmi Singh.
And there you go. That's what's new. Shut up. Just shut up. There we go. And that's for when you don't have time to read.
Attorney General Jeff Sessions has been interviewed by the special
If
counsel investigating Russian
let me turn down the volume.
presidential election.
I put the phone to sleep.
NPR's Terry Johnson reports he
There we go. So if you can't read and you want to hear a news, and by the way, I've checked it out, and it's pretty straight. It's still news with a left-wing tint, but it's not like watching MSNBC or CNN all the time. It's not. There's no analysts and commentators and panels. It's just a straight, sort of like a headline news coverage. If you just haven't heard any news lately, it's a way to get it. And that's new. What you use is the podcast app. And those three outfits, CNN, NPR, Fox News, provide a podcast for this particular service.